Before emergency crews could even arrive, a superhero stepped in. His name?
Today we have Rock Hard.
He's Los Angeles' one and only superhero.
There was a man with a gun at 24-Hour Fitness, and we tried to see if we can stop him.
So I'm pissed off now. You look like you're about to cause me a problem. Here's my gun. What are you going to do?
We'll back off, and as I do that, then I throw I'll probably throw this at.
Oh, shit. What are, like, the laws around that? You know, detaining somebody as a vigilante?
I have no idea.
It sounds like you've had a couple sidekicks, too. I've heard about Minecraft Steve. I've heard about the Great One.
Yeah.
I also saw you posting a dog.
The Red Walking? He's a German Shepherd, but he's just not trained.
The Great One, you've also said it's not going so hot with him, too?
He's horrible. We had to climb up a fire escape, and he didn't want to do that. Like, what type of hero
Yeah, that's not a hero. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Gobcast once again. Episode 60-something. Take a guess, dude. I was told like 5 minutes ago, and I've already forgotten, but it's kind of irrelevant. What's more important is that we have a very special guest coming into the studio today, a type of guest that we've never had on this show before. You see, I decided, you know, after scrolling my Instagram Reels page and stumbling upon, I guess is the better word, a new superhero here in LA, I knew I had to have him on the show. Now, today, sitting across from me, we have Rock Hard, the one and only, dude. And I just got to say, thank you for taking time out of your very busy day to pull up for this.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. It's been really cool so far. Look, I don't know if you guys can see the setup, but it's very, very professional. So
I hope they can see off the reflection. If not, like, we'll post a picture when it's done, you know? So honestly, it's kind of ghetto in here right now, like on this end. The part they can see, everything you guys can't see, I swear, is much more professional than the curtain and the, you know, mic arm still in the wrapper. But, ladies and gents, we have LA's finest and greatest superhero in the building today, and our first ever superhero on the show. And before we get any further into it, I'm really curious, and I want to hear it from you. What defines a superhero?
honestly, that's a great question, and I'm still trying to figure that out. Because when I started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out there and solve crime, and should be pretty easy. There's a lot of crime in LA, but it wasn't like that at all. Like a lot of the crimes that we got to like we went late, and it wasn't until a car crashed into a building where we were actually able to help out and clean up and help the people who just had this like accident happen. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what does a real life superhero actually mean, and where I can actually be helpful. Because I can do things that the cops can, and the cops can do things that I can't. So it's just figuring out like how do I actually be helpful to people out there, honestly.
Yeah, you got to form a good partnership with the rest of the community, you know? Now, kind of going back to before your era as a superhero, because I'm assuming you weren't born this way, right? What was your upbringing like? Where'd you grow up?
I don't know if I can say much about where I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep it on the wraps. I guess let's pivot a little bit from where you grew up. How old are you right now? Is that something you're able to talk about?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trying to keep everything as close as a secret as possible.
Okay. I guess getting a little more vague then, how was your childhood? Was it good? Was it bad?
Yeah, no, I had a great childhood, honestly. Can't say much.
Okay. So, you know, growing up, mysteriously, I guess, eventually at some point you became a superhero, right? You decided to kind of up and fight crime. Was that a decision or something that just happened?
It was a decision. I did it recently. I think I've been at it now for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And yeah, just kind of wanted to see what it was like. I mean, you see the movies all the time, and I was like, you know what? I think it'd be really cool to try it out and then see what it looks like in real life, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of decided to go for it.
Before becoming a hero, did you have any encounters with crime that inspired you?
No, not really, honestly.
Really? You weren't like a victim of a crime or anything that drove you to be where you are today?
No.
Wow. So you really just kind of had it in you. You just wanted to better the city.
I mean, I feel like I just saw a lot of movies, man, and I was like, I think it would be cool to try to do it and like see how close you can get to that, you know?
Who are some of your like inspirations from the movies?
Every like classic superhero that you see. I feel like too, like you see like someone like Batman and Daredevil, and you just wonder how close you can get to that. And that's what I've been trying to figure out. And I actually at first when I started, I thought it was kind of like almost impossible to get there. But I actually think you could get there. I just
Really?
don't know. I don't know the path just yet, and I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, and I am making a bunch of mistakes here and there. But I feel like you definitely could get there if you wanted to. It just it's gonna be really different than the movies. That's what I would say.
I mean, it sounds like you're kind of just forging your own path and figuring it out as you go. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How's that working for you so far? Has it been tough?
Yeah, it's been tough, but it's been fun. Like it's been really fun. Like I'm actually getting to live out like a dream that I had when I was a kid. And something that people tell you, hey, you probably shouldn't do. But yeah, just been living out my dream. So it's been really, really fun, honestly.
Wow. This is very interesting to me because, like, just judging off your posts on Instagram, I get a totally different vibe than like actually sitting and talking to you.
Oh, really?
You know, I get like obviously you're out there and really fighting crime, which I see on your Instagram. Like you're really out there and helping, but like I don't really see this like really serious side of you on IG that I kind of am getting now. You know, like this is like your passion. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we all have dreams, and sometimes you kind of forget about them. And then I'm just happy that I was able to remember this one and do it. And I think it's just now like, how do I do this to the best of my ability, and how do I actually like try to help people? So yeah, it's just like it's a weird journey, but it's been really fun.
Yeah. Now you mentioned earlier too that you're kind of new to this. Like, how new are you?
Like 2 months ago, that's when I started.
Damn, that's fresh.
Yeah. We're still like, I'm looking to upgrade gear. I'm looking to like get a police scanner because we've been using the Citizens app, but I don't know if the police scanner might be
I got
better.
Citizen too. It's a great app.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird thing, but it's been really fun.
Do you think that like long term, this is something that's going to last for you? Like, is this forever for you?
Well, I don't think anything's forever. So I think I don't try to think about that too much. I just go, I'm here right now and see like how far I can take it and then see where I go next,
Just
like
taking it day by day.
Yeah, day by day.
That. So what is the gear that you've got on? Can we get like a fit check?
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a motorcycle, like I guess gear. And then this is like a Captain America shield.
Oh shit.
Spray painted red. And I'm trying to get a bulletproof one because this is not bulletproof. But it did take a bunch of rocks. That's how I got like.
Yeah, I see the dents on that. What happened?
So we were testing out gear before I like went out there and did it. So I was like, you know what? Let's see how much this could take. And then this started taking a bunch of rocks, and that's how I got the name Rock Hard.
Oh shit! So that's the story behind your name too.
Yeah.
So you were choosing gear before you even had a name.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to just see what I could actually take into the field that wasn't gonna kill anyone, and it didn't look super intimidating.
Yeah.
So we tried a bunch of stuff. Like we tried the Batmarang, we tried a crossbow, we tried a fire. What's it called?
Like a flamethrower?
Yeah, flamethrower.
That would have been nuts.
Yeah. It was really cool, but we can't take that out there.
Yeah.
So I ended up with this, and then this is really cool. I'll show you. It's really loud. Just a heads up.
Go for it.
I don't know if anyone's listening on headphones. I would be like
Chris
very
is
careful.
buckle up.
Yeah, it is very loud. So this is like a baton, but an electric baton, so it tases people.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And that's low on battery right now, so it's actually really.
That's when it's low?
Yeah.
Have you ever used that on yourself just to test?
No, actually. Here, you can press it if you want.
Oh shit. This button right here? Oh my god. Dude, this is the first time I've ever held a real superhero weapon. I feel kind of like, I don't want to hold this for much longer. I want to.
No, okay.
But that's like, wow. How'd you land on that weapon?
Well, we saw how just even the sound is so scary. So if
That is intimidating. Yeah.
if someone was to like rob something or anything like that, you just press that and it kind of would scare them away.
Yeah.
Also, it seems like the most effective thing, like if you were to get into a confrontation with someone.
For sure.
So-
Have you ever had to use that in real life?
No, not yet. We're honestly, unfortunately, we've been super late to like the crime scene. We're trying to get better at that because it's just been like I'm not sure if you've seen the movie Kick-Ass. It's literally
I have.
yeah. It's been like we're trying to figure out how you do this. Like for example, we went to downtown the other day and we were trying to chase down people who it was like a hit and run. But then like the guy who I was with, he's my new sidekick. His name's the Great One.
Mhm.
He was like driving and then he like wanted to park somewhere. And then we were late to the crime scene by the time we got there because of parking. Trying to figure that out. We're like really bad at what we do right now, but
They need to give you like a special parking permit or something.
yeah,
You know?
we got to find like an electric scooter or an electric bike would be pretty good.
That's it right there. Yeah.
So transportation's been like a weird thing. And then figuring out the right crime scenes to go to, you know,
Mhm.
because you don't want to. The cops and the firefighters, they actually do so much.
Yep.
And you don't want to go there and like disturb them. So it's like figuring out where you could actually be helpful instead of like I do not want to be like a disturbance to them. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out.
It's interesting because like in the movies a lot, I feel like, especially with like Batman or people like him, you see that they kind of interfere with the police and they don't always get along with the police. But
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like you're trying to do the opposite of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I respect them so much, especially when I first started and we started showing up to all the crime scenes.
Mhm.
They were there before us, and I was like, damn, like, they're actually like really fucking good at what they do.
Yep.
And I feel like you always get like a bad rap, or they always get like a really bad reputation of
For
like
sure.
being really late to crime scenes. But from my experience, they've been like they've been there every single time and like early.
Interesting.
So yeah, I respect what they do, and I just like for example when the car crashed into the building, they took the car and then they ended up leaving, but the building's still destroyed, and they probably have procedures for why they can't help them.
Yep.
So when we were able to help the people there, that was like really special because I was like, okay, you know what, the police aren't doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and we can, so this is good. We can actually help out and contribute here.
You made a real difference.
Yeah.
So tell me about that hit and run scene. How'd that whole thing play out?
Well, we got there late again, and
Yep.
but a car had crashed into like a building, and we went there and we asked them if like they needed help, and at first they were really confused because we were wearing, you know,
Yeah.
I was there with my old sidekick. His name was Minecraft Steve.
Minecraft
And
Steve is your old sidekick?
yeah, he was wearing like a Minecraft outfit. He was the
Oh,
only person that
shit.
was like down at fight crime with me at the time.
Mhm. Better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And he was very disarming. Like people saw him and they didn't think like he's a criminal, right? So we were able to help out and like we cleaned up the glass from the place and we were there for like a few hours and yeah, it was good. It was cool to like be able to, you know, help these people who went through like a bad experience.
Yeah. How do the cops react to you when you show up on a scene?
I haven't interacted with them much, but I did interact with. There was a man who had a gun at 24-hour fitness. I don't
Oh,
know if I
shit.
can even say gun here.
You can 100% you can say gun.
Okay, okay.
Say pretty much whatever you want here.
Okay, okay. There was an armed man with a gun at 24-hour fitness, and we tried to see if we can stop him. And then there was like a cop there, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like, you know, did you guys catch the guy? And we were just talking normal, and I was like, oh, nice to meet you. It was pretty chill. It was pretty normal. They're definitely like, they're always sus when they see me, but the goal is to like de-escalate that immediately
Yeah.
and be like, hey, I'm not here to, you know, interrupt anyone. So
They're probably pretty confused when you first show up.
yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, I from my understanding, I don't think there's been anyone else like you around this city.
No, not in LA, for sure.
What other cities are there heroes in? Do you know of any?
Well, apparently a bunch of different spots. Like since I had the account, a lot of people have been reaching out to me and being like, "Hey, I'm a hero in Arizona and New York and this and that."
Wow.
So it's a real thing. It's like there's a lot of people out there who do it. It's not heard of a lot, and you just don't really know what they do because it's like they don't document it that much.
Yep.
So, but I guess I'm the only one who's like, since I started, I documented as much as I could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine most heroes don't want people knowing their day-to-day activities. They try to lay low, you know, and you do the exact opposite of that. You really promote what you do.
Yeah, well, I think too, like, just figuring out what the whole hero thing means.
Yeah.
We're not, if there was an opportunity to take down like a gang or something dangerous, like, I wouldn't step away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do is just we're trying to help people, and like
Yeah.
there's no need to hide that, I guess, you know.
Yeah, you're just helping out the city.
Yeah.
So, kind of taking it back to when you first became a hero, do you remember what the first scene was you showed up to?
A woman causing a disturbance at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. But we were late. We were late as hell.
Oh, the disturbance is already over?
Yep. Yeah, it was
Okay.
unfortunate. The cops had come, but I told the lady if she needed help, like she can call us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you have like a line that you give to people where they can always reach out.
Yeah, I recently got that. At the time, I didn't have it. I was just like, you can just call us. But I didn't give her a number, to be fair. So
Do you ever like post this number to take reports?
yeah, I did. I
Oh,
posted a
shit.
number. I just get a lot of trolls still. Like a lot of
Yeah.
trolls. So but if I definitely always go through because you never know. There was like one guy who like messaged me. He was like going through like a mental, like he was mentally unstable, and he was saying how he was going through like a hard time, and I just told him like hang in there. Because again, you just never know. Like there could be like 100 trolls, but there could be like one guy who actually needs you.
Yep.
So it's just going through and trying to see if like I can actually be a difference in someone's life. So
I mean, it sounds like you just generally want to help people no matter how that plays out.
I think that's what a hero is, you know.
For sure.
I think like that's the definition. I know people have been dying to see me like fight someone or do something like high stakes. And it's not that I'm actively like trying to not do that. We do that, but we just again it hasn't happened. So but like I don't think that's what a hero is, or like
Yeah.
that's not the entire definition of it. I think it's just like, hey, can you help people? You know?
Yeah, you don't have to go beat people up every day to be a hero.
Right. And it could be very easy for me to like go out there and like fake a fight interaction, for example.
Sure.
But I just refuse to do that because it's like this is what it looks like. For the most part, nothing happens, but the moment something does happen, you just have to be ready and see if you can actually make a difference. So
Yep. Now, pulling up to, when you show up to a scene or maybe you're just on patrol and looking for crime, have you ever had anyone like scared away by your appearance or like unsure?
Yeah, big time.
Really?
When Minecraft Steve left, people were like, "Oh, these guys are now like, this is not a Halloween party." Like people were definitely like concerned about my appearance. So when we were doing we were chasing down the guy with the gun, 24-hour fitness. We went to the 24-hour fitness place and we're like, "Did you guys catch the guy?" Because the cops had left, and the lady was like, "No, we haven't caught the guy." But around me, there was people, and like one woman like jumped up and because she saw me. So yeah, people have been scared, and that's something I have to like work on. I need to make this look more friendly. It definitely doesn't look the friendliest at the moment. So.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like knowing you now, I definitely see like it's a superhero, but on first glance, it's kind of in between. Like it might be hard to tell if you're a hero or a villain. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah, I got to work on that then.
I think you should maybe draw a smiley face on the mask.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
That might present you in a nicer light or something.
Yeah. I'm getting a new mask regardless. So yeah.
Oh, how soon?
Soon. I'm testing out new ones now.
Nice.
This is very like people have gotten to know this mask, but I still like functionality wise, especially when I'm out there and like something dangerous might happen. It's not the best. So.
Are you worried about too many people potentially recognizing you in the future? Or do you want that?
Yeah, it's something I definitely haven't thought about. We got recognized today actually for leaving, and it was cool and stuff. But yeah, like I haven't thought about it. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't thought about, and I guess we'll like just deal with it as it comes.
Yeah, I mean, I think another thing that I would imagine is probably a big fear of yours is someone finding out your true identity. What are some steps that you take to prevent that happening?
I don't know. I've definitely like I've talked to some of my friends, and I posted a post saying like, "Hey, do you guys want me to reveal it?" Because I guess my goal has been the entire time to be transparent. Like, how does someone do it from the beginning? And everyone said no. No one wanted to see my real identity. I think eventually I just have to like be transparent and like give out my identity. I just don't know when, to be honest. And I think, but I do think it's like the right steps are just to sort of give my identity away. I don't think it's actually as hurtful as people think. I think it's almost better, But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Why do you think that?
Uh, I mean, like, it can sound crazy, but like when Iron Man did it,
True.
it seemed normal, right? But like, I think too, like when you see someone in a mask, there's two ways to view it. Someone might say, "Oh, anyone can be behind a mask, so that's really good."
Yep.
But two, I feel like when you see everything and like, there's like nothing to hide. It's like almost, I think it's like, oh, this guy's being completely honest with us.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think it's a good idea. Because it's like, hey, this is me, this is everything I do, this is who I am. Um, and then like people can go ahead and judge it or whatever, but regardless of what they think, now they know. And it's like true. Like, it's I don't know. I just think being transparent is really important. But
For sure.
some people don't want that right now, so I think that's why I've been trying to keep it a secret.
Do you worry that maybe if you reveal your true identity, that some of the criminals you've helped take down might come after you?
Um, no, I don't, but we'll definitely be prepared for like everything we
For
can
sure.
do. Um, there's not that there's not that many people after me at the moment. I think it's just one guy, but I'm pretty sure he's a troll. So yeah.
Who's that one guy?
He goes by Flaccid Sand. That's his name.
Flaccid Sand?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you've seen. He literally has a page dedicated to just hating on like everything I do.
So this is basically your arch nemesis.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. But like, I don't really. Like, I think he's just a troll. He hasn't done anything like an actual crime. No.
Mm. So he's just trying to egg you on, is all he's doing.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. How long has he been trying to do that?
I would say after I like passed 10,000 followers, I think that's when he came onto the scene. And there's been so many people. I got like I have most of my DMs are I want to become a superhero. What do I do? Or I am a superhero. In blank. If you ever want to team up, or I want to be your enemy, and I am gonna be your arch enemy. And there's so many people. It's kind of insane, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't really pay attention to it too much.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're just trying to distract you from being a hero,
Yeah.
and that's not good for the city.
No.
So is this Flaccid Sand guy you're talking about, is he in this area as well?
I don't know where he's at. There was a
Shit.
clip. Well, it was on another podcast, and they were trying to figure out where he was. Because again, I don't pay attention to him that much.
He's in his evil lair somewhere.
Yeah, I have no idea. He does have a cave. Again, I don't try to like. I saw his profile, but he does have a cave. That's all
He does have a cave.
Yeah,
Damn.
Cave or cave?
cave, like where the bats are.
Like a bat cave. Yep. Like,
Yeah.
damn. So how the fuck did he get a cave? Did he just go claim it? Did he buy it? Like, what's this guy's deal?
I mean, I think he's probably like. If I had to guess, he's probably like in Colorado or somewhere, and he probably just went inside of a cave.
A lot of caves. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fucked out. I mean, are you ever going to pull up on that cave and clear it out?
If he does something bad, then yes. Like if people do anything bad, then
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm forced to like, hey, do something.
Yep.
But he hasn't done anything bad.
So with all these villains, Flaccid Sand specifically kind of popping up and getting in your way, it sounds like it's going to be difficult to balance, fighting local crime in the city and fighting, bigger picture crime with these villains. How are you going to like decide which to do?
Well, I don't know. That's why I do have a sidekick. He's in training right now. His name's a great one, and we're training right now. The goal is to soon get him physically acclimated to things, and then get him to start doing some like martial arts training as well.
Oh shit.
And yeah, ideally if something like that does happen, it's like, well, we can maybe split up or something.
So what do you look for in a sidekick?
Well, they just have to be like willing to try to go after this and do this. Like Steve, for example, he didn't talk much, but he was disarming. Like everyone who saw him wanted a photo. It was super chill, and that's like really good. The gray one, he's not necessarily he's a bit disarming because of the cape, but people think it's like a joke. But he's not the greatest, honestly. He doesn't take what's it called? He doesn't take orders very well. I told him like, hey, park right behind the police when the hit and run happened, and then he just kept going, and we parked 5 miles away from the crime scene. It was really frustrating.
Sounds like a waste of time.
Yeah, he's also scared of heights, which was really unfortunate too. We found out as we were on a mission. So
Oh shit! What
Yeah.
mission? Why were you so high up?
we were trying to stop people who were throwing rocks from a parking lot, and we went through a fire escape, and we were climbing it. And as I was climbing it, he just tells me, "No, fuck, I can't go up. I'm scared of heights."
That would have
Um,
been me, dude. I'm scared of heights.
Yeah, it's not. It's okay, but it wasn't great at the moment because it's like, well, what if I need backup? You know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, like the criminals ended up leaving. I think they probably like ran away or something.
Yeah.
But
I heard you guys coming.
yeah, I mean, like they actually probably could have, because we were very loud in that parking lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think regardless, we're working on it right now. So
Yeah.
there's not that many people who actually do want to do it. I know people say like they want to fight crime and stuff, but look, the moment something dangerous does happen, it's like, well, we got to be so careful. Like, with the moment that guy had a gun, even myself, I felt I'm like, we're flipped here if we like run into him. So
Yeah.
you have to be so incredibly perfect.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just figuring out where can we be the most useful.
So hypothetically, let's say when you were searching for that guy with the gun at 24 Hour Fitness,
Yeah.
let's say you did run into him somewhere.
We ran
Maybe.
into a suspect actually.
Oh
We ran
shit!
into a guy who was very he was very sus, was wearing a mask, had something in his bag, and I again trying to de-escalate the whole thing. I was like, hey, how you doing? Didn't respond. Started reaching for something in his bag, and I had my cameraman with me, but he doesn't have any protection whatsoever. I at least have the shield. And then I told him, let's start backing up slowly, and then that's what we did. And then we circled around to see if he had a weapon again, and he didn't.
Okay.
But that's sort of what would happen if there was an armed man or something like that. Yeah.
So let's just say really worst case scenario occurs. Let's say that man pulled his gun out on you. What would you do in that situation?
Well, I would probably try to defend him with the shield. I think that's what I would do, or throw something at him,
Okay.
or try to distract them.
Okay.
Or just run, honestly.
Can we do like a play-by-play real quick?
Yeah,
Like, can I all right, so I'm just going to pretend real quick. Let's say I'm the criminal, all right? You're in the alley. Here I come. I see you. What are you going to say as you see me and you think I'm the criminal?
And you have the gun?
Not yet. You don't know if I have the gun,
Oh,
but
I'm like,
like,
hey, how's it going, sir? How you doing? Yeah.
all right, so I'm pissed off now. You look like you're about to cause me a problem. Here's my gun. What are you going to do?
We'll back off, and as I do that, then I throw I'll probably throw this at him.
Oh, shit. Is that thing capable of like turning the electricity on while it's in the air or no?
No,
Do you have to be
no,
holding it?
No, I would have to be holding it, but I'll probably just go, no problem, I'll back up, and I'll throw
Then
it.
whip that shit.
Yeah,
definitely. Nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to get a shot off because that's flying fast.
Yeah, probably.
So then after that hits me, what are you doing next? Are you going to come take me down or what happens?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
And then just
shit.
call the cop, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But you haven't had to actually take anyone down yet.
No, we haven't.
Nice.
But if the moment comes, we're ready to go.
What are like the laws around that? Detaining somebody as a vigilante.
I have no idea.
It's not really important as long as you're fighting crime.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I know if someone's trying to hurt other people.
Yep.
And I try to stop,
You're not going to get in trouble for helping.
I don't think so, no.
But also, sometimes people do get in trouble in those situations,
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. I gotta figure that out, but I don't know. I think just helping people is the most important thing, so.
Yeah. I feel like you need a good, lawyer as one of your team members.
Yeah, for sure. That would be good.
Like a law sidekick or something.
Yeah.
Some guy who's a super lawyer.
We're trying to get someone, who's behind the desk, one of them tech people.
Oh, shit.
Who tell us, where the crime's happening and stuff, and, real time, hey, update us.
To almost be like a dispatcher for you.
Yeah, because we've been running into, again, we're, trying to stay updated with the crimes, and it's, just not, what's it called, efficient at all. So we're trying to figure that out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Citizen is tough because by the time it's on that app, it probably already happened 5-10 minutes ago.
Right, but there's some, I think they can just put, a call up there, for example.
Mm-hmm.
The call is there, it's this thing happened, right? And then it's the cops might not have shown up there. But it really depends on how when was it posted. That's it, and you can see when it's posted and stuff.
So by the sounds of it, it kind of sounds like you're down to pull up to almost any type of crime.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would say is above your pay grade or that you're not showing up to?
Well, I think we'll show up to anything, to be honest. But if I do see it's too dangerous, especially like I don't have a bulletproof vest just yet. I'm trying to get one soon, and I don't have a. I just ordered the bulletproof shield, but it's
Oh,
gonna get
nice.
here like in June. So,
Damn, where's it coming from?
Amazon, I don't know. I'm sorry. So like I don't know. But I think once if I see that it's too dangerous, especially like I have always someone like filming with me, documenting everything. Like I don't want them to get hurt, so that's why
For sure.
I would probably leave if it was too dangerous. And like kind of I don't know, like we haven't ran into that issue just yet, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm a little shocked still by what you just said. They sell bulletproof shields on Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
They do. They sell a bunch of stuff, but it just gets there really late. And you could buy bulletproof vest some other website as well. So
Oh,
and
shit.
it's legal to have it too. So
Interesting. Have you ever considered maybe like one of those non-lethal guns, just in case someone has a ranged weapon?
I just don't know if it's legal. That's all. And I don't want to like if you pull up to a crime scene and you have something that looks like a gun.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh man, yeah, that's not good. So yeah, like now cops can look at me and they're probably just confused. But that's better than them thinking I'm the criminal.
As you pull up with a shiny silver mask and electric baton to the crime scene.
Yeah.
They are probably confused.
Yeah.
They do. I think it would be a good piece of gear for you. They make these little pepper ball guns. They're called like bursas. They don't shoot any type of bullet. It's literally like a little pepper ball.
Oh, that's sick.
So if someone like is coming at you, you can effectively pepper spray them from a super long distance.
Oh, what's it called again?
The bursa. I
Bursa.
can show you, like, I'll send you a link to it after this.
That's great. Yeah,
but
let me try it out.
The only reason I found out about it is because they have a store like 5 minutes up the street from here
Oh,
where
really?
they sell. It's like a gun dealer, but all they sell is pepper ball guns.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Honestly, yeah, no, I definitely would look into that for sure.
Sounds like it would be a good piece of your kit.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've had a couple sidekicks too. I've heard about Minecraft Steve. I've heard about the Great One.
Yeah.
I also saw you posting a dog.
Yeah, we were trying out his name. The comment section gave him his name where I was just like, well, his original name was Blaze, but a lot of people wanted me to call him like the Red Walking.
Ah.
So yeah, it was he was good, but unfortunately he just got distracted a lot. Like he was just sort of he's a German Shepherd, but he's just not trained.
Yeah.
So he got distracted a lot, like squirrels or any sort of animals, all his dogs, he would just start barking at them. So he didn't last very long.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And what about with Minecraft Steve? How did your falling out with him go? Was that like a mutual agreement or what happened?
Well, he just stopped texting me.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of ghosted me.
Steve ghosted you?
Yeah, again, he didn't talk much during the crime scenes.
Yeah.
He was really quiet. But yeah, he just ghosted me, and I get it. What we do is hard, and like you don't really get paid. So
Yep. Yeah, that was another thing that I was curious about. How do you afford all this equipment and support yourself?
yeah, I have like another job.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I assume you don't want to talk about it.
No, damn.
Okay. Damn. Wow, I'm just like becoming more curious the more slight details you give me. I'm trying to build like a mental profile of you. I know nothing about your childhood. I don't know where you're from. All I know is you do have a day job.
Yeah.
Are you able to talk about potentially what industry it's in or no?
No.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So the only job we're talking about is this one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I fuck with that. So the Great One, you've also said it's not going so hot with him too.
He's horrible, but
Oh my God.
he is
He's
trying.
not going to like this episode.
He understands. I've told him to his face that he's bad.
You said it right to him?
Yeah, multiple
Damn, you don't
times.
play around.
Well, I mean, he fucking sucks. Like he literally didn't. We had to climb up like a fire escape, and he didn't want to do that. Like what type of hero?
Yeah,
doesn't
that's not a
climb-
hero.
Yeah, so he's the worst. But he does show up, and I think that is important.
That's more than Minecraft Steve, it sounds like.
Yeah, I like Minecraft Steve better because he just didn't talk much, but he was like he knew what to do.
just there. Yeah.
But the Great One is showing up, so that's good.
Wow. How long have you been working with the Great One?
Probably like I think 2 weeks ago. That's when we started working together.
So he's a very new sidekick.
Yeah. I've gotten a bunch of DMs from people who want to be like sidekick or want to fight crime or want to document and stuff. We recently had 2 guys who were documenting what we did, but we were just giving out that day we were giving out food to like the homeless people. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw that post actually. You don't just fight crime, you also do like charity stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just important to like help wherever we can.
Yep.
Again, it just depends on how useful we can be. So
Yep. So you talk a lot about training, both between you and your sidekicks and everything. What is like a typical training regimen for you?
well, it depends. At first, we were really just training to use a bunch of different gadgets. So I bought a bunch of gadgets on like every website that you can think of, and they were all like superhero gadgets, and I wanted to see which one was like the best. Um, and I ended up with these. So that was really the training, it was just testing out these gadgets. But we do have to get better trained. So eventually, well, soon actually, I'm probably gonna have to hire someone who is probably like in the MMA field or something like that, uh, or just really combat that is like almost like street level combat, not necessarily just MMA. Like what happens if you interact with someone on the street like that? It's more important than just MMA training at that point. So yeah.
Are you talked about martial arts earlier? Do you have like a black belt or something, or what kind of martial arts do you do?
I did MMA for like 5 years.
Oh,
when I was
nice.
younger. Yeah.
Okay, so you're ready to fuck some criminals up.
If I have to, I will defend myself. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Only defend yourself. You're not assaulting.
No, it's not assault.
Of course, that's a criminal thing to do.
Yeah.
That's a crime right there. So, by the sounds of it, it sounds like, I mean, not like don't take it in the wrong way, but it sounds like you're more of just kind of a normal guy fighting crime than like someone who has superpowers, correct?
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, no people ask me what my superpower is.
Yeah.
I don't have it one. I do think, however, like I think you can get closer to being a superhero, and I think my goal while doing this is seeing how close I can get to that.
Yeah.
To that definition. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like your kind of idea of a hero is less about what abilities you have and more so just what you do to help people.
Yeah. Well, I think the day that I keep doing this, without the initial intention of trying to help people is like the day that I should probably retire,
For sure.
Because it's just like that. It's cool to upgrade gas. Like for example, I didn't have that much money, recently, and I had to pick between like upgrading the suit and stuff, or like giving out food to like people in need, and it's just like, well, it doesn't matter. Like it's just very obvious. Like, well, I can at least help people right now. So we got a bunch of like food and like gloves and socks for people in need and pass them out. And that's more important to me than upgrading the shield.
Yeah.
Like now I just have enough money where I could upgrade the shield, but like before it was like what's better? Buy a bunch of food for people in need or upgrade the shield? And to me it was let's go ahead and buy food for people in need. That's more important.
For sure. I mean, that good karma is going to get you a new shield either way, if you believe in that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, out of curiosity, like, by the sounds of it, this gear is pretty expensive. How much is a lot of this stuff costing?
This was like $60.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
actually less than I thought it was going to be for that.
Yeah, I have two of these, so
It almost concerns me that that's only $60.
yeah, anyone can buy it too. And then this Captain America shield was like $70.
Okay.
And then the bulletproof one that I bought was like 177.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like a Nintendo Switch, dude.
Yeah, but it's a bulletproof, like that's pretty good. Yeah.
Do you know like how bulletproof it is? Like what caliber up to it stops? Or is it just bulletproof?
I think it stops everything besides like a rifle, like a sniper. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think much of anything you're getting off Amazon is stopping a sniper.
Yeah. But you could honestly buy those. Like you can buy a bulletproof vest that does stuff as a sniper too.
Oh, shit.
Online, and it's like, I mean, it's not cheap, but you could get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, seeing how fast you're growing on social media, I feel like if you're not already there, at least personally, the point's coming pretty soon where you're going to be able to make a living off this, probably. Do you think that this is something you want to monetize or no?
Well, I'm not getting paid anything from the like Instagram or anything. I would be open to working with brands, but that's just because, well, I can one upgrade the armor and two have money to like help people. But I wouldn't. People have literally begged me to create a GoFundMe so they can like just donate money and stuff, and I told them no because it's just like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, Like one of my friends was like, dude, you have to merch or something, and then again, it just doesn't feel right. So anything that I do again, like the goal has to be like, can we help out people?
Yep.
And if we can, then I'll think about it. But the most I'll do is probably work with a brand. I wouldn't do a GoFundMe ever. And I don't think I'll do merch unless like it benefits like a specific charity or something. Just that. I don't know.
Dude, I think you taking sponsorships would be incredible. Like put a brand logo on your shield or something, or like a little like, I don't know, a fucking Bud Light logo on your mat. Like that would be sick. Is there any type of brands that like you wouldn't want to work with, or are you open to most?
I'm open to most, honestly. Yeah, I'm open to most. I don't know if there's like, I don't know about the real bad ones, you know. So, but I'm open to most. Like that.
I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably down to sponsor you with my weed brand if you want to sponsor. I'm very interested in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
I'm
have a
good.
weed brand I'd love to promote if you're looking for a sponsor. So
Yeah, we can tell you.
we'll organize the details of that later. But
That's a great idea.
I would love to see an Only Gas shield, dude, or something like that. That would be incredible. Have you had any brands reach out to you yet, or is it just something you're open to?
No, it's something I'm open to. Like I've started hitting up like scooter companies and stuff.
Nice.
I think it would be really cool to have like the electric scooters, like either in the car or like if we get a ban or something to like just go and really quickly get to the crime scene. But no, not at the moment just yet. No. Yeah.
Do you have like a business email in your bio for them to reach out?
Do I? I think
You should set that up ASAP if you don't.
No, yeah, not in the rock art line. No, I don't think so.
Dude, put that shit in your bio. You're gonna start getting emails pretty quick, like pretty fast, dude. Make the rock hard business at Gmail or whatever. You know. Do you have like an official website, or is it just your Instagram profile maybe?
Oh, it's just the Instagram profile. We have the phone, and I might be making a website soon. I just don't know how. It just needs to be easy to operate, you know?
Yep.
Like if we are solving even like community level crimes, like let's say someone's stealing packages like around the community, it's like how do we make it easy for people to navigate through a website where they could reach out to us, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, right now the Instagram has been the most helpful. Like recently I put out if people knew any like groups or things that we can like be a part of that we can help out in. And I got a bunch of messages, so that was really helpful, yeah.
Yeah. What is like a day in your life like currently?
Well, when I am fighting crime, it's just typically we start really late because that's
Okay.
when most of the crime is happening.
For sure.
And then we just start driving to whatever crime scene's happening. We go from crime scene to crime scene, trying to like see if we can help out in any way. So,
I mean more so like from when you wake up. Like what's your day like?
oh, like a normal day in my life.
Like, let's say,
when I am
like-
fighting crime.
Just like the last day you fought crime, for example,
Okay.
like from when you woke up to when you got home from fighting crime, like what was your schedule like? How'd it play out? You don't have to get detailed about personal stuff.
When
but-
I am working, like, when I am doing this and fighting crime, it's mostly like waking up around like 1 p.m. or something late because we're gonna be out late.
Yep.
So I wake up, just have breakfast, probably go to like Dunkin' Donuts or something, have a coffee.
Mhm.
And then
Dunkin' over Starbucks?
I do like Dunkin' more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't know, dude. I mean, Dunkin', like when I was younger, they used to have those large caramelized coffees for like $1.50 or whatever. They had like a happy hour, and that shit held me down.
Mm.
But they got rid of that, and also we're in LA, so nothing's $1.50 here anymore.
Mm.
So Dunkin's kind of slipped down my totem pole. But
That
like
makes
Starbucks
sense.
sucks, so I'm still Dunkin'.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I go there and I typically just wait for like my sidekick to get there because I don't have a car.
Mhm.
So I get driven around. So the gray one has a car and he like drives me around.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
It's got to be a helpful thing for the sidekick to have.
Yeah, for sure. But he's horrible.
It's sad.
Sounds like you're really tired of the great one.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to put out like a PSA for a new sidekick here? Maybe someone's
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, I am looking for like I'm actively looking for new sidekicks. So if you want to go out there and help me fight crime, please DM me your information, your experience if you have any, and what like your superhero name is, and yeah, I'll look into that.
I'm not gonna lie, probably 9 out of the 10 people watching this are the criminals, but the 1 out of 10 might follow up with you.
I'll
You know?
take that 1 out of 10.
So if, let's say hypothetically, things don't work out with the great one, which it sounds like they might not, do you think you're just going to go on to the next sidekick or try to go solo for a bit? Because it sounds like the sidekick stuff isn't really working.
I don't want to go solo because it's just nice to have someone while you're out there, even if
Yeah.
just they're regarding like the backside of the door or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. I do want to have a sidekick. At least every time we're doing this. I mean, when we did the gunman, I was by myself at that point.
Oh,
But
shit.
Yeah.
ideally, I would like to have someone. Yeah, always.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the gun thing sounds pretty terrifying to handle solo.
Yeah, that was very scary.
Yeah, that's fucked, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
the
The gray one wasn't available that day.
Oh, god damn it.
well,
Great one needs to pull up, dude.
yeah.
So, do any of your family or friends like know about, what you do at night?
Yeah, all my friends and family know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It sounds like you have some pretty trustworthy friends and family that like haven't leaked this info yet.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I'm not committing crimes, so I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
I did want to like right off the bat wanted to give out my identity, but people told me not to do it, so then
Yeah.
I decided not to.
Does your family like worry for your safety when you're out doing this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the gunman was like the most dangerous thing we've done. And even that, but like to me, again, I know my limits, I know what I can do and what I can't, and that was like a bad call for me to try to go over there. So it's just trying to figure out where can we be helpful and not die while
Yeah.
doing this. So that is a real concern too. Like it is dangerous out there, and it is fun to do, but if we run into the wrong crime scene or the wrong person, like we are in trouble. So we need to be careful.
Have you ever gotten injured while out on patrol?
No, not really.
I mean,
Really nice.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, a lot of times we just either run to the crime scenes or
Yeah.
we haven't gotten injured. No.
Damn, we got to get you that police scanner, dude, so you can really get in there quick.
yeah, I think
I'm gonna buy. I don't know where to buy it. I don't even know if it's legal to buy it here.
I don't know if it is
yeah,
here,
I have no
actually.
idea. I have no
But
idea.
a lot of people have them because, have you ever been in a car accident out here?
No.
So, a little story from my experience with car accidents. This might be a good crime for you to fight, actually. So I got in a car accident twice since I moved here. I moved here in 2023. And my first accident, I like immediately called 911. My car was totaled in the middle of the intersection and like couldn't move. So I called 911 and report it. And within like 5 minutes, all these random dudes with police scanners and like tow trucks start showing up and trying to convince me that they're from my insurance company so they can hook my car.
Whoa.
So all of these dudes show up and they're like, oh, like I had a Mercedes at the time. They're like, oh, we're from Mercedes Care, like, which I know was bullshit. I didn't have a care plan. The thing was used, but they're like, oh, we're from Mercedes Care. We're here to hook up your car. And what they do is they try to get you to believe them because once they hook your car, they take it back to the tow or the like repair shop that they have that they're affiliated with. And then they can like run your insurance dry by like quoting them the highest amount of money for repairs possible. So
Whoa.
like when I first got in my accident, I got towed by one of those guys. One of those, I didn't know what was happening. I was just like, oh, okay, he has a tow truck. Like, he
Yeah.
must, because I just called my insurance. I was like, this must be who they sent. So he tows me to this fucking lot, and it was a nightmare dealing with that, trying to get my insurance adjuster in to look at the car in the scam tow lot. Because like they were like insisting that the car was repairable and it wasn't totaled, and trying to like basically run a pig butchering scam with my car. So if you got a scanner, that would be a good crime to do. You could pull up to car accident scenes and kind of fight off all the scam tow drivers.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have to look into that. Like, if it's legal to have it, then I'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
If it's not, then I would have to probably just continue the Citizens Act.
Yeah. Maybe you just need an inside man at the police department.
Yeah, I'm trying to meet up with the police and the firefighters.
Yeah.
To see like what I can actually like help out with and stuff. So, yeah.
I'm kind of curious. It sounds like you definitely respect the police a lot and you have similar objectives with them. I mean, why didn't you decide to just join the police force?
At first I didn't want to. I wanted to join the police or even be a firefighter. I thought about even joining the army at a certain point.
Oh, wow.
But just never happened. And I think it's best. I do like this, but I can pick which hours I want to do it in, and I can pick like how I want to do it. So that's important to me.
Yep. So when you patrol, like let's say you're out going through LA, right? Have you ever seen like a villain that was talking shit to you online?
No, I haven't seen anyone who's we just seen fans. Honestly, we saw fans today, but no villains online and stuff like that.
The villains stay in the caves, it sounds like.
Or
They're
another.
scared to come out.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at. It's not in the streets.
So what would you say is the like quote unquote worst crime you've ever pulled up to? Is it the gun thing you were telling me about?
The gun thing was the most dangerous for sure. The gun thing was by far the most dangerous that we've encountered. Because even the cops ended up leaving. You know, like all the cops left. There was like, to put into perspective, there was like 10, 15 cops,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like their bulletproof shield.
Oh, shit.
Taking that out. That's how serious like the whole thing was.
Yeah.
But then all of them, like I don't know, I started going around the perimeter, like around the place, because the cops were all in one area. I think they were talking and figuring out what they were gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started walking around,
You can smack that shit. It shouldn't matter.
and by the time I got back, the cops were gone. Like all of them were gone. So I thought they got the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I asked the people at 24 Hour Fitness, and they said no, they haven't got him.
You did not get him.
So yeah, that was like the most dangerous thing we've done so far.
Do you think there's any other situations that were like a close runner up, or is that really head and shoulders above everything else?
No, everything else has been. We've just been late to. There was a T-Mobile robbery.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there was a T-Mobile. But once we got there, the people were like working. Like the thing was closed and people were working. They were chilling.
Mhm.
So I was like, I don't know we just pulled up really late to that one. We've been pulling up late to all of them. We get like a horrible
Shit.
rap for that. So we're trying to fix that.
Have you ever had the opportunity to see a crime unfold in front of you before the police got
No,
it?
I wish.
I like pray for that. I pray for us to be at the right spot. But no, that never has happened.
So are you guys kind of like going under Citizen app and then responding to crimes as they appear, or are you patrolling like certain areas?
We patrolled, yeah. So we'll do like the Citizens app, and then like we'll stay around that area and see if there's anything there. Like for example, we went to downtown recently. Like there was these people who were moving, and we like try to help them and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But yeah, we just go to the crime scene. If there's another one that's nearby, then we'll go there. So we'll start helping around little by little. Yeah.
Have you ever bumped in any people who were like ungrateful for your help?
No, everyone has been super nice. Everyone, I mean,
Wow.
there's like one security guy who didn't like us. But everyone else has been really, really nice. Especially when I was with Minecraft Steve. When I'm with the Great One, it's a bit different, if I'm being honest.
But yeah,
They don't fuck with the Great One either?
No.
Wow. Why? Like, why are they not as nice to him?
I don't know. I think just Minecraft Steve just looked friendlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Great One just doesn't look the friendliest. I guess. Me too. I don't look like the friendliest. So.
Yeah. And Minecraft Steve was literally in a Minecraft Steve outfit.
yeah.
He had no protection. This is when we were just starting out, and I was like, "Does anyone want to do it with
Yeah.
me?" And he wanted to do it. So.
Yeah, I can imagine why they were friendlier to him for
Yeah.
sure. in his Minecraft outfit.
Yeah.
Did he have like the Minecraft armor on?
No, he did. I don't know. I don't even remember. He just had like the regular cost. So I guess he did have the micro. But it was an actual fucking armor. It was just
Yeah, coffin. Yeah.
It was just like a soft like costume.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of on the flip side of the like worst crime you ever fought, was there anything that comes to your mind as like the best or like favorite scene you've pulled up to?
the car crash was great because that night was like the first night we did it.
Mhm.
And we were super frustrated because we were getting there really late. So the fact that we were able to help out at the very end of the night was great because that was like 3 a.m. or something. It was really, really late.
Mhm.
But besides that, we helped people move. That was really nice. Giving food stuff, food out was really nice too. So yeah, stuff like that's really nice.
When you helped the people moving, did you just like see them with a truck and pull up and start helping?
Yeah, I was like, hey, do you guys need any help? And they're like, yes.
Wow. And you pulled up in this outfit.
Yeah, yeah. With the Great One.
Did they ask any questions about like what the hell are you doing here?
No. No.
They just accepted the help?
Yeah. It was
Wow.
really, yeah, they were really nice. They didn't speak English.
Oh, okay. So they probably didn't really know how to ask you. They were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they were like,
I was just like, "Do you need help?" And they're like, "Help?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "Yeah." And then we started helping them.
Nice.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, the language barrier maybe made that easier. It saved a lot of pointless questions. You know, you just got to help it.
Yeah, probably.
So when you know, you're out in LA, outside of the dude in Colorado you told me about, the villain, he's what is it, Flaccid Sand?
Yeah,
You told me. Outside of Flaccid Sand, are there any other heroes that are like on your most wanted list?
Heroes
Or
are
villains, pardon me, not heroes.
No. There's every other week there's someone who says they're my villain. But again, what have they done?
Yeah, you don't try to pay him much mind.
Yeah, no. Same thing with like again, it's very odd. There is a bunch of people who like claim that they're like heroes. And even myself, like I'll claim that I'm a hero, but like I can actively tell you that like I'm trying, I'm doing my best, but like I'm failing at a bunch of other stuff too, you know, like and every time someone pops up and says that they're a hero, I just don't like I don't know. You know, like I don't know if I could trust them or not. It's like a hard thing to ask for. But if you do go through my page, you can kind of see like the whole story and the whole progression behind it.
Yep.
So I think again, it's just hard to trust when people say they're the villain or they're a hero. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know if they really are.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. This whole conversation has been pretty different from what I thought it was gonna be.
really.
Like, yeah, like when you first came in, just judging off your Instagram, I was like, okay, like this guy is a hero, of course, but I didn't realize you were like really this like down and serious about it, you know, which is fucking cool to see. Like you really are a superhero. You're not just like some guy fucking around on Instagram, you know?
I'm having fun and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But I do like, yeah, I do take, weirdly enough, I do take it serious because it's like, that was like the goal from the start. Like,
Yeah.
how close can I get to like the thing that I see in the movies, you know? And if I don't have, like, that is where I'm sort of like aiming towards. Like, so that's constantly what I'm trying to do. And I think along the way I realized it's like, hey, we might not get to like what we see in the movies. Like how now like the question is like how much good can we do?
Yep.
So yeah, that's the thing that I'm trying to figure out.
Do you think you would ever do longer form content like YouTube or live streams?
Yeah, I mean I'll be open to that. Yeah.
I think it would be really cool if you did a YouTube video of like a night out with Rockhard or something on patrol.
That's gonna be cool. That could be cool.
That'd be sick. And I think that would help people also see like, oh, this guy's real deal,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Build your reputation. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So let's say hypothetically, another superhero appears in LA. Maybe you're on patrol one night and you see fucking, I don't know, Flaccid Soft across the street. He's like you're just the opposite of you, but he's still a hero. Would you be receptive to more heroes in this town, or how would you feel about that?
Yeah, for sure. I think, dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I joined, even so recently, there's been people who like, yeah, they claim that they're heroes and they've been doing this for a while.
And they have like hated me. They have
Really?
There's some people out there that don't like me. Yeah.
Are you able to name any?
I don't want to give them attention. To
Don't give them clout. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to give them attention, but some of them have like genuinely
Like I am on their mind like 24/7. Like if they were like commenting nonstop, and I was just like, all right, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I'll be super open to it. Like if people want to do this, like people ask me for advice, and it's hard for me to just give them advice because it's like I'm not even doing it correctly. I don't know what the correct way to do this is, but if you want to become a superhero and go out there and do this, like have fun, like go
Yeah.
for it. Just know it, like it does get dangerous. It just if you are okay with that and you're working to prevent anything bad from happening to you, then yeah, go for it.
Yep. What advice would you give to someone out there watching who maybe wants to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I think I posted it on the other day on my Instagram. I think like the real heroes, or like as close as you can get to it at the moment, is anyone who's like an EMT, a firefighter, a police officer. For sure, those guys are out there every single day. So that's as close as you can get at the moment. Like if you want to do this, there's a guy in Seattle. His name, I'm not sure if you know, but his name's the Red Ranger. He's actually a medic by day, but by night he's a superhero.
Really?
Yeah. He's been doing this for like 12 years.
This is really interesting.
So there's other heroes out there on social media.
Yeah, and this guy has, I don't know if you know the whole lore, but
I don't. Fill me in.
there was a guy named Phoenix Jones
Okay.
back in the day. Phoenix Jones was like the first guy who became really popular for being a real life superhero. I had no idea. I just found out about this the other day too. And basically, he became a real life superhero. He was a former MMA fighter, so he was like the perfect, like, built to a superhero. MMA fighter, became a superhero. He had a bunch of donations, made his suit like custom. I actually did stop crime in Seattle for a little bit, but eventually he started selling drugs.
What?
Yeah, he became like the opposite of a hero. He became a villain.
What?
Started selling drugs, and he sold drugs to an undercover police person, undercover police officer. And after that, they got him. He was arrested, and I don't know where he's at now. He's sort of nowhere to be seen. But that was like 12 years ago.
Right back in the trap, dude.
Yeah, around that time, Red Ranger, the guy that I was talking to, he was on his team when that unfolded. So basically, you had this rise of like real life superheroes, and it became a popular thing to do. But because of Phoenix Jones, who was the most popular, once he got caught, everything sort of went downhill. But that guy, Red Ranger, he's been doing it even now. He still does it. So, and now he has his like own little team as well. So yeah.
I mean, when you're a superhero and you're not making money from it, and you have all these expenses for your equipment and transport and stuff, selling drugs probably sounds pretty lucrative sometimes.
I just don't know if that's the best thing. I feel like you could do
For sure.
other stuff, but yeah, it is a crazy story. Like his story is so unique because it does seem like this guy's the perfect fit for a superhero.
Yeah.
Like former MMA fighter, he's been doing it. His costume, if you look him up, he looks sick. But man, he just went down the wrong path. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you think you're going to keep yourself from straying down the wrong path?
Well, I think I don't know. I think eventually when I do, I see Rock Hard as being like when he's needed, he'll like be there. But I think eventually I will slow down on posting, and I will slow down and like going out there. And whenever I do completely maybe like hold it to a stop or a pause, I will come back for example, something like the LA fires or like a natural disaster. Like I'll probably pick this up again and like go out there and help out. So I'll probably do something like that. Yeah. Because I know that if I keep going, something bad's gonna happen. So I do have to be careful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you're putting yourself in danger pretty regularly, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Do you think that potentially if you got like, let's say, a really serious injury one day, would that discourage you from doing this anymore?
No, that probably would encourage me to do it even more, to be honest.
Really? It's going to make you go harder.
Yeah, I'm like the type of person, if something fails, if something bad happens, then I kind of want to go out there again and just sort of get like that fear out of the way,
I think that dedication is what you need to be a hero.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta, you gotta have that kind of grit and commitment inside of you, From the name slipping my head, the guy that you were just telling me about, the Red Ranger. Yeah. Would you ever travel to do a collab with him?
Well, that's a thing. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So we'll see.
If the schedule's line up, then yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
So it's in the works. Something's brewing.
Yeah, for sure. There's other people out there too. This guy, his name's Batman from San Jose.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people, and honestly, a lot of them seem really nice. So yeah, I would love to collaborate with other like real life superheroes.
I had no idea that there was a whole like hero community like this. You're the first one I've seen.
It gets
crazy. Like there's in different states that it goes deeper, but in Seattle, I do think like there's a group of people. Like there's like almost like a Justice League over there in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah, and they do it
regularly, which is and it's become somewhat like it's become normal over there. Here it's like I guess since I'm the only one, it's like wait, who is this guy? But yeah, in Seattle it's like a common thing.
Wow. Would you be open to maybe forming or joining a group in the future?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So far I have the great one, but
yeah,
doesn't sound like it's going well with him.
We're working on him, but yeah, hopefully by the end of I don't know, we'll see. I definitely would love a group, So I'm working on developing that. It's just finding the right people who want to do it, and
Yep. I mean, it sounds like you're a humble hero. Like you're willing to accept help and not be like some of the guys you were telling me about that were hating on you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm human. I'm gonna make a bunch of mistakes.
Yep.
but it's just like, hey, again, like the main goal should always be like, can we help people?
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. Have you ever had any scenes where you pulled up and, you wanted to help someone and you just like couldn't and it was frustrating, or maybe they refused it? They were like, hey, who the fuck are you? Get out of here.
No, no, not yet, honestly. Like when we were giving out food to homeless people, like some people, we record everything, and we
Yep.
record everything for like our own protection as well. But some people, for example, didn't want to be on camera.
Yep.
But it's like it's completely fine. Like one guy was like, "Hey, I don't want to be on camera," and I was like, "It's okay, no worries." And then I just still gave him the food, and then he looked at me and he's like, "I appreciate that." And it was kind of odd because I was like, "Well, even if I don't record it, I would still do it, you know?" Like, um, so yeah, I don't know. Haven't had that just yet. Everyone's been really nice to us, to be honest. Especially when we're out in the street and we're like trying to help. Like even people just look at us and they'll laugh, you know.
Yep.
But like I think that's great because it's like, bro, like life is so hard, and being able to be a distraction for people,
Mm-hmm.
and like they can laugh at me all they want. Like I think that's great. Like I think it's so it's great because it's again like you work 9 to 5, you do the same thing over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have some dude calling himself Rock Hard show up to like CVS.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the highlight of not maybe just your day but your week.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
like,
talking about that for a while.
Yeah.
and I think it's great. I think people like I love when people like are laughing or having a good time. Like, that's what it's kind of about, you know.
Yeah. That's sick, dude. I mean, that's another really good way that I never really thought about it. Like, even when you're not directly helping someone, you're still bringing joy to people and in that sense helping them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think that's big. I think
Mhm.
that's very big, you know.
So how often are you actually out on patrol?
It depends on like the schedule and stuff.
Mhm.
I definitely want to do it more often than I'm doing it now. So, but I just have to have like the right things. Like I don't have transportation right now, so
Yeah.
that's been killing the productivity of
Yeah.
patrol. So yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're ever open to it, I think me and the team here would love to come with you on a patrol one night and just kind of film what you do if you're down.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That would be fantastic. I
sure.
am very interested in tagging along and just say, I won't hold you back. I'm not going to climb the fire escape with you, but like,
No,
we'll
sure.
point the camera at it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think at that point you guys would probably definitely know my identity because I do take off the mask often, especially when I'm out there because it's just really hard to see with it. So.
Well, I'll keep it under wraps. I can sign an NDA or whatever you need. So we'll figure it out. So the next part I want to get to is one of my favorite parts that we always do when we have guests on, and that's the fan questions.
Cool.
Now, before you came in today, I posted on Twitter and I asked the viewers to write up some questions for you, which I typically do when I have a guest on.
Cool.
We got some very fun ones today.
Cool.
Now, a lot of people from my following actually hadn't seen you before, so I posted one of your clips and they loved it. People were very, very interested. The first question we got was from Tactical Glizzy 69. And he says, what is the most memorable interaction with the cops while doing your vigilantism?
It was recently when the gun man was at 24-hour fitness, and I talked to a cop. He was literally taking out like the bulletproof shield. It was
Mhm.
like kind of actively happening, and I was just like, "Did you guys catch him?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, I'll be on the lookout." And he was like, "Hey, cool." And then I just like fist bumped him. That was cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be sick, though, like pulling up and interacting with those cops, and they're really showing love back. They're like, hey, go get him.
He was pretty confused, but he was very nice.
At least he wasn't dick, though.
No, yeah, he wasn't. No, I haven't had any like bad interactions with like law enforcement or firefighters or anything like that. No, it's all been really good. So.
Have you ever been on like the flip side of the interaction? Have you ever been like pulled over or something?
No, I've never been pulled over. No, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been pulled over. I've been in like car accidents and stuff. I've never been like pulled over or anything.
You might be the most law-abiding guy in this building right now.
Definitely not, but yeah, I haven't been pulled over for like drinking or anything like that. No.
Speaking of drinking and driving, how do you feel about that as a crime? Like,
Oh,
how
that's
would you
pretty
fight
bad.
that as a criminal or as a hero?
Well, we can't do much, but like if I saw someone who's like very much drinking and driving, we'd probably follow him, and we'd probably call the cops, and like have them like tell them where exactly this guy's going and follow him and stuff. Yeah.
Taking that drunk fuck down.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. Now, the next question we have from a viewer here is from Geo, a much more normal name. And he's curious, what would you do if someone upped a switch?
That's a gun, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's a Glock, but it has an attachment on the back, so it shoots automatically
Oh,
instead of semi-auto.
okay.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not much I can do, to be honest. If I have the bulletproof shield, then I'm good. If I have this one, I'm dead. So,
Shit.
yeah.
Well, let's hope no one ups a switch. Huh?
Wow. Oh, that's not.
The next question we have is from Nugget Mancer. And he's curious, what are your favorite areas to patrol?
Well, downtown LA has been great because there's so much that happens.
Yes, there is.
It's like it feels like New York in a way. Like
Yeah.
so much is happening there. So that's been like my favorite area for sure.
I hope you really put in some work cleaning up downtown because I tend to avoid that area because of how much happens there.
Dude, there's a lot of there's a
It's
lot of stuff happening.
crazy in downtown.
Yeah, there's always something happening, which is
Have you ever patrolled in like Hollywood?
We have patrol in Hollywood, yeah. So this
Hollywood's a
it's-
good spot too.
not a lot.
Really?
Not a lot has happened there. It's like very few. I mean, stuff does happen, but compared to downtown, like actively like there's something always going on.
Damn, we might have to go downtown for the giving away weed videos, dude. We drive around. We rent a car sometimes. We drive around with like a pound of weed and just hand it out to homeless
That's funny.
people. But we go to Hollywood and see crazy shit every time. But
Yeah.
downtown's a good shout, actually. We need
Yeah,
to go
that could
downtown,
be-
I think.
There's definitely people who would take a pound of weed.
Yeah.
You think the weed would calm them down, maybe commit some less crime?
I don't think it will.
Make them aggressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Yeah,
for
I'm sure it helps them.
The next question we have here is from what seems to be a potential future criminal, Casper's Revenge. And he's asking about a crime he's about to commit. He says, what would you do if I blew geek bar smoke on a baby?
What is that?
Like vape smoke. What would you do if he vaped on a baby?
Well, I definitely tell him not to do that.
For sure.
If he did it again, I mean, I would probably fight him.
Oh, just off rip, you're swinging?
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah.
That's probably, I think that's a valid reason to attack him, though. Like he
Yeah,
just blew
that's a-
smoke on a baby.
With the baby, yeah.
Yeah. What's the age cutoff where you wouldn't attack it?
Maybe if he was like, I think over 18.
Really?
Yeah, because then they can definitely like they could respond.
Bonds out there.
17, you're beating his ass? He blows vape smoke on a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah.
Dude, bro, that's crazy. I feel like 17-year-olds have probably already vaped for the most part.
Wait, so he's blowing smoke on a 17-year-old, right?
Well, initially it was he's blowing smoke on a baby.
Right, on the baby. But
Then I
once
asked
you
what the
say
age cutoff is where you no longer attack him for blowing smoke on that person.
oh, right.
So a 17-year-old, if you blow smoke on a 17-year-old, you're still fucking him up.
If I warn them, yeah, I would just.
Okay. No, I
Yeah.
like that, though.
Yeah,
You're
I
protecting the 17-year-old. That's good.
Yeah, fair.
That's good. Put that. Me personally, I wouldn't blow geek bar smoke on anyone. I think that's very rude, Casper. That's a rude question to ask if you're watching this right now. That's fine. The next question we have here is from DP Mertz. And he's wondering, what do you gain from being a superhero?
I mean, it's been a dream of mine, so it's been really, really cool. It's been really interesting. It's cool because you get to live out your dream. That I would say that's the biggest thing. You don't gain any money. You haven't gained any money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been really fulfilling, I would say. So, yeah.
Do you think that potentially you could be tempted in the wrong way by money in the future because you need it?
Yeah, for sure. I think you just have to be really careful with what you do. But again, if you are always keeping in the back of your mind, like the main objective is to help people, I think you'll be okay, But yeah, you do have to be careful for sure.
I like that. The last fan question we have here is from Emo Adam Sandler. And he wants to know, do you follow Batman's no-kill rule?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to kill anyone for sure. Yeah.
I like that. If you ever let's say hypothetically, all right, there's like a crazy dude who's on your shit and he's about to like he's got a knife. Let's say he could kill you. Like he's really a threat to your life.
Yeah.
In that scenario, do you think you would potentially kill him in self-defense or would you still non-lethal all the way?
Yeah, I mean, I would try to do as much non-lethal always,
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would never don't want to kill anyone. No.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of anti-hero.
Yeah, it just seems more of like a job at that point for the police to handle, you
Mhm.
know? Yeah, I don't want to be, I don't want to kill anyone.
I feel like the only hero I've seen kill someone is Captain America in that recent movie. I don't remember which one it is. I don't know if you've seen it, but there was a Captain America movie recently where he like someone at the end of it. It was like it's very.
That
That was a movie? I thought it was just,
no.
I think it was a movie. It might have been a show, dude. I just saw the clip online and like
Okay,
people
okay.
discussing it. So I might be wrong about whether it's a movie or show, but I just know that Captain America smoked somebody, which like doesn't
Yeah.
seem very Captain America of it.
I think it was like a different Captain America. It's like a
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know the lore then. All right. We'll stray away from that then. So, real quick, just before we kind of wrap it up, because this has been, I just want to say, probably one of my favorite interviews I've ever done.
Oh, great.
This
That's
was
awesome.
absolutely not what I expected at all. And
That's
like,
awesome.
you've been an incredible guest.
Oh, thank you.
But for all the criminals out there watching, because there's probably no other podcast you can go on with more criminals watching than this. So, for all the criminals watching at home, what message do you have to send to that?
Um, well, I think someone else out there. I would say that it's like never too late to be a good person,
Oh, I
you
like
know?
that.
I think that's the main thing I would say, besides like obviously don't do it. But I think I don't know, sometimes you think your only choice is to do a bad thing, but I think you'd be surprised if you like this has genuinely made me uh do things that I would normally not do. You
Mhm.
know? Like it has brought out like the best in me, and I think
Yep.
if everyone, it's hard to do, but if everyone sort of try to holding themselves to that standard, they'll be surprised of what they could do. So
Yep. You know, something actually just popped into my head that I should have asked you earlier, but I'm going to ask it now anyways. Do you define a criminal as someone who just breaks the law no matter what the law is they're breaking? Or what is your definition of like what a criminal is?
well, yeah, I mean, if you are breaking a law, I do think that does make you a criminal. Why though? Like, again, doesn't mean you if you're a criminal, you're like the worst person in the world. It just
Mhm.
means like you're doing something wrong at the moment, you know. But you're not defined by that.
So how do you feel about like drug users, for example? Is that the type like you view that as a criminal in the same way as like the guy who just snatched a purse?
No, definitely not. Yeah, I mean, drug use it's a whole different thing. Like,
Mhm.
someone commented recently. They're like, you gotta get the I forgot what it's called. I don't know. It's something that helps people when they're overdosing.
Narcan.
Yeah, not again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to like, dude, I gotta get trained in a bunch of all of that stuff because if that does happen, like I do want to be ready. I know like it's not my job and like,
Yeah.
I don't get paid for this, but like I do want to be ready in case something bad like that happens. So that's a different category, and I like empathize with people because that's very different. I would say.
I like that a lot. So you don't view the drug user, drug addict as a criminal. You want to help that person.
Dude, I want to help everyone.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't think I think again, a crime doesn't define you.
Yeah.
If you are doing something wrong, you know, again, if you can learn from it, that's great. And it's very different though, right? Like there's different crimes. If you're like actively robbing a bank, you know what you're doing. you
That's a
know?
criminal. Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff
That's a
like
bad
that.
person for sure.
Yeah.
For everyone watching this right now, maybe hasn't seen you before, where can they follow you and find you at?
You can follow me at rockhard_superhero on Instagram.
Nice. You know what you should do, I think, after this? I know you mentioned you don't want to sell merch or take donations, but I feel like you should make an Amazon wish list. I feel like that's a way where people could help you without straight up paying.
I don't know, dude. I just feel really, I feel really, it feels wrong for me. I feel like I'll find a way to, especially when it comes to gear and stuff, I'll find a way to fund it myself.
For sure.
Like the most I'll do is again work with a brand because brands are it's a completely different world, you know.
Mhm.
But I don't want to take like people work so hard, bro. Like, and I'm taking their money. I don't know. I just doesn't feel right. But
Yeah. I like that. You're a humble dude. You're a humble guy, Rock Hard. I like that.
Dude, I don't know. It's just it's so easy to make dumb mistakes, you know, especially when
sure.
you have like a bigger following and stuff. Like, so I just try to not make those mistakes. Yeah.
I like that. Everyone watching back home, you too. Thank you for tuning into the episode. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Rock hard. It's been an absolute pleasure
Dude,
having you on.
thank you
dude.
so much, man.
Thank
It's
you so
really
much for
fun.
pulling up.
Well,
And I'm looking forward to hopping out with you when you go on patrol in the future.
Dude, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Buckle up, folks. We're going to be outside and observing a crime fighter because I'm not really physically qualified to fight crime or climb a fire escape. I ate a cheeseburger today. So, thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Rock hard. I'll see you very soon, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Catch y'all in the next one. Doses.